Well, with water supplies at risk, Southern California is facing major challenges. Decades from now, how might we get our water supply? And what ideas are leaders considering to ease the risk of shortages? The LA Times is asking those questions in their series called Imagining a Future LA.
We are now joined by LA Times staff writer Ian James about the possibility of running out of water. Ian, that's a very scary thought. Your article asked the question, is Southern California really prepared to avoid a day zero water crisis? Other major cities have experienced that. I remember when we were talking about South Africa just a couple years ago. Could it happen here?
It is. It's a very scary possibility. It could potentially happen here. And talking to experts, that's one of the types of scenarios that they are planning for and looking to the future, with the possibility of water running short in some of our major imported water sources.
Yeah, and speaking of that, let's talk about our water sources. You laid out in the article where Southern California gets its water from and how those sources are vulnerable to the effects of climate change.
That's right. Some of the big ones are the Colorado River, the Sacramento-San Joaquin River Delta, as well as the Eastern Sierra, depending on where you live in Southern California. All these imported sources make up, on average, about half of our water each year. And so they are being affected by climate change, worsening droughts, and that affects how much water Southern California can count on going into the future. And so there's an increasing focus on looking at how can the region change its mix of water supplies to be more resilient in the face of what's coming, say, 10, 20 years down the line.
Well, and I know, we have had some wet winters the last couple years, but we were in a major drought for so long. It's not like this is something that seems that far away to a lot of us who have lived here a long time. What are Southern California's water officials looking to do about this at this juncture?
Well, there are various options. They include Governor Newsom's plan of a tunnel in the Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta. There is also discussion around a major water recycling project. So wastewater recycling in the Carson area, also in Los Angeles and San Diego County. And then there are also other types of projects that are being considered and invested in that include stormwater capture, capturing more of the runoff during storms, putting it underground, as well as cleaning up contaminated groundwater basins where there's pollution from manufacturing years ago. All these are considered as solutions. And so the thing is, looking into the future, how much can Southern California afford and what are going to be the priorities? So I think those are some of the major discussions that are going to play out over the next year or so at the Metropolitan Water District.
Yeah, you focused a lot on the general manager of the water district in this article. Talk more about what you think his vision is, if you think he's going in the right direction.
Oh, well, the article includes comments from Adan Ortega Jr., who's the president of the board, the chair of the board. And his comments are that, yes, Southern California could face something like a day zero crisis and that it requires constant investment and planning to try to head off that sort of scenario. And, what the climate projections are showing is that we could be looking at droughts much longer and more severe than what we've already experienced in our lifetimes.
So after this reporting, do you feel more worried or more hopeful about our water future and what's happening right now?
I think I fall somewhere in the middle. Certainly there are some hopeful signs. The Metropolitan Water District, for example, recently completed a climate adaptation plan. So they're looking at some of these scenarios and planning for how to secure more water for the future to make up for what may be lost. On the other hand, it seems like it's going to be a constant struggle and it will be costly to plan for these changes.
Absolutely, but something needs to be done. Ian, your article was great. We're going to send everyone over to the LA Times to check it out. Thank you for being with us this morning. To read the full article, go to latimes.com. It's just one part of their series. Again, that series is called Imagining a Future LA.